Welcome to iRise online classes. The last session we discussed the rules that appear in the topic prepositions. We have discussed some prepositions. This session will go for an exercise on the same topic. We'll go for some questions on sentence improvement, fill in the blanks and spotting the error. We'll try solving the questions based on the meaning of the sentences, right? The meanings of the sentence that we come across. Come to this one. We'll go for some questions on sentence improvement. The famous dancer, a sentence is given, we should find out whether there's an error in the sentence or not. If there's no error in the sentence, the answer must be the option that says no improvement. If there is an error, we have to go for an option that improves the sentence and makes it grammatically correct. Come to the first one. The famous dancer died on Delhi recently. The famous dancer died on Delhi recently. Delhi is a place, and with places the preposition that needs to be used is in. So on Delhi recently is a wrong usage. Option E is eliminated. Now come to option A. The famous dancer died from Delhi recently. From is for the starting point. From is for starting point, to is for destination. He cannot die from Delhi actually. So option A is eliminated. Now option C is also gone. C is the same as what is given in the question. So on Delhi recently is eliminated. Come to option D. The famous dancer died owing to Delhi recently. Owing to Delhi means because of Delhi. The famous dancer died because of Delhi recently. Does not make any sense. Eliminated. The answer must be option B. The famous dancer died in Delhi recently. Place, and with places we have to go for in. Now, recently is what part of speech here? Died is a verb. Died is a verb. Recently is what part of speech? Understand the meaning. The famous singer died in Delhi recently. According to the sentence, the word recently is describing Delhi or died. The famous dancer died in Delhi recently means the word recently is not describing Delhi. The word recently is describing the word died. Died is a verb. Any word that describes a verb is called an adverb. So recently becomes an adverb. And it's an ly word. So famous dancer died in Delhi recently. Come next one. Death is preferable than life. Prefer will be followed by the preposition to, right? Prefer will be followed by the preposition to. Based on that, the given sentence is eliminated. Preferable by is a wrong usage. Preferable with is a wrong usage. Preferable for is a wrong usage. It must be preferable to. Death is preferable to life. Death is what part of speech? Now to find out the noun in a sentence, we need to ask only one question word, which is that what. If you are getting the answer to the question what, that becomes the noun in the sentence. The sentence is, death is preferable to life. What is preferable to life? Death. If I ask you what is preferable to life, the answer is death. So we are getting the answer to the question what as death. So death becomes a noun here. And if death is a noun, life must also be a noun. Life is a noun. Live is a verb. Live, live is an adjective. If live is used as a verb, it's pronounced as live. If it is used as an adjective, life performance, it is pronounced as life, right? So death is preferable to life. Death is a noun. Life is also a noun. Arun closely resembles to his father, not only in physical features, but also in habits. As you know, not only will be followed by but also. So that concept is completely fine. Arun closely resembles to his father. Resembles to his father is a wrong usage. It is just resembles his father. So the given statement is grammatically wrong. Option E is eliminated. Resembles with his father, resembles by his father, all these also wrong. A, B and D are gone. Now we have two options left, C and D. Arun close resembles or closely resembles. Now resembles is a verb. Any word that describes a verb is called an adverb. Ly words are adverbs. Based on that, option C is eliminated. The answer must be option D. Arun closely resembles his father not only in physical features but also in habits. Now, I told you the rule regarding either or neither nor not only but also while discussing subject verb agreement. What is that? Give importance only to the second subject. The verb depends on the second subject. I told you one more rule regarding these three usages while discussing conjunctions. When there is only one action related to two entities, not only but also either or neither nor must connect those two entities. When there are two actions, not only but also either or neither nor must connect those two actions. That's the rule we discussed regarding these three usages in the topic conjunctions. Come to a sentence. Arun closely resembles his father not only in physical features but also in habits. How many entities are there? How many actions are here? We have only one action, which is that resembles. Resembles is the only action here and related to two entities. One is his physical features, the other one is habits. So one action, two entities, not only but also must connect those two entities. Is this concept fine here? Yes. Arun closely resembles his father not only in physical features but also in habits. Not only but also is connecting the two entities, grammatically correct. That concept is completely fine. Physical features. Features is a noun, right? The word features is a noun. What kind of features? Physical features. So the word physical describes features. Features is a noun. Any word that describes a noun is called an adjective. So the word physical becomes an adjective. Getting it? The next one. The Doctors Association has threatened to go on indefinite strike, support of their teachers. Right. Leave that blank there. The Doctors Association has threatened to go on indefinite strike. Correct? I told you this. When a sentence talks about the state in which someone or something is, the preposition that needs to be used is on. I give you examples as well. I am on duty. I am on leave. I am on a vacation. I am on a holiday. I am on tour, etc. I am on strike. So this sentence talks about the state in which the Doctors Association is. The Doctors Association is in the state of strike, indefinite strike. So as the sentence talks about the state in which the Doctors Association is, we have to go for the preposition on. So Doctors Association has threatened to go on indefinite strike is the correct usage. Fine. So up to here, no error. The Doctors Association has threatened to go on indefinite strike, support of their teachers. I gave this in the list of support indicators. Now come to option C. On supporting to, nothing like ing and to together, eliminated. D is also gone. To supporting, to and ing together, wrong usage, eliminated. Now we have three options left. Support of, in support of, for support. If you check the list of support indicators that I gave, you'll find this. Support of is a wrong usage. For support is also a wrong usage. The answer must be in support of. In support of is the correct usage. If you check the list of support indicators, you'll find it there. So the Doctors Association has threatened to go on indefinite strike in support of their teachers. The Doctors Association, what is a part of association? What is a part of speech of association here? I say it's a noun. One reason is association is an IUN word. Then the Doctor apostrophe S Association. After apostrophe S comes a noun. The doctor's car is a noun. The doctor's house is a noun. The doctor's prescription, IUN word. Prescription is a noun. So Doctors Association must be a noun here. Has threatened to go on indefinite strike. Strike is a noun. Indefinite strike means the word indefinite describes strike. Strike is a noun. Any word that describes a noun is called an adjective. So indefinite becomes an adjective. In support of their teachers. In support of is what part of speech? In support of is a contrast indicator. Support indicator. All indicators are conjunctions. So in support of is a conjunction here. Clear? Come to the next one. Think about all the concepts we have discussed in all the topics. At last, single word, at last, Varun was married with a poor girl. I told you, married and engaged are verbs and they'll be followed by the preposition to. Marriage and engagement are nouns and they'll be followed by the preposition with. So at last Varun was married with a poor girl is a wrong usage. Option E is gone. Based on that, option B is also gone. One more reason to eliminate B. Was marry with. Marry is V1. Marry is V1. Married is V2. Married is V3. It's marry, married, married. There is no structure in English like was plus V1. It is always was plus V3, simple past in the passive voice. Option B is eliminated. Fine. At last, come to option A. At last, Varun was married a poor girl. What is missing here? A preposition is missing here. Option A is eliminated. C is eliminated because of the same reason I gave for option B. Was marry is was plus V1. Nothing like was plus V1. Eliminated. The answer must be option D. At last, Varun was married to a poor girl. Was married to. Married is V3 here because was plus V3. To a poor girl. Girl is a noun. Poor describes girl. The word poor describes a girl, which describes the word girl, which is a noun. Any word that describes a noun is called an adjective. So poor becomes an adjective. Getting it? The next one. The girl said that, indirect speech, said that. The girl said that she preferred the red gown than the black one, as you know, than the grey one. That is, prefer will be followed by the preposition to. Prefer will be followed by the preposition to. The girl said that she preferred the red gown to the grey one. Based on that, A is eliminated, B is eliminated, D is eliminated. Prefer cannot be followed by than. ER words are more words. Comparative degree adjectives will be followed by than. Eliminated. The answer must be option C. The girl said that she preferred the red gown to the grey one. Now, grey one means grey gown. We are not using the word gown again just to avoid redundancy. The girl said that she preferred the red gown. Gown is a noun. Gown is a noun because of the article the. Red gown in the sense, the word red describes gown. Gown is a noun. Any word that describes a noun is called an adjective. So word red becomes an adjective. Then the grey one means gown. Grey one in the sense, the word grey refers one, gown. Any word that describes noun is called an adjective. So grey also becomes an adjective in this sentence. The part of speech of word varies depending on the sentence in which the word appears. Come to the next statement. His share of the money from the sale of the property will be given to charity. The sale of the property, of means coming to an end. The meaning of this statement is the sale belongs to the property or the property possesses the sales. And the preposition that is used to show possession is of. Based on that, the given sentence is eliminated. Sale through the property eliminated. Sale by the property eliminated. There cannot be sale in the property eliminated. It must be sale of the property. And of is the preposition that is used to show possession. The sale belongs to the property or the property possesses the sale. So his share, the word share is a noun because his is a possessive pronoun and after every possessive pronoun comes a noun. So his share of the money from the sale of the property will be given to charity. Charity is a noun here. It is an ity word. Getting it? We'll go for some questions on spotting the error. See which part of a sentence contains the error. If there's no error, the answer must be the last option that says no error. The students were awaiting for the arrival of the chief guest. The students were awaiting for the arrival of the chief guest. We have discussed this. Awaiting for is a wrong usage. Awaiting is a one-word substitute for waiting for. So this sentence can be in two ways. The students were awaiting the arrival of the chief guest. Completely fine. Or the students were waiting for the arrival of the chief guest. That is also completely fine. The students were awaiting the arrival. Arrival is a noun here because the is an article. After every article comes a noun. Of the chief guest. Guest is a noun because of the article the. Chief guest in the sense the word chief describes guest. Guest is a noun. Any word that describes a noun is called an adjective. So chief becomes an adjective. The next one. Let us discuss about the problem at length. Let us discuss about the problem. Discuss about becomes an error with redundancy, repetition. Right? Let us discuss the problem in length is part B. And discuss, here also it's part B. Awaiting for comes in part B. Now discuss about, explain about, describe about, all these are wrong. Discuss, explain, describe. These are one-word substitutes for speak about. So let us speak about the problem at length, the same as let us discuss the problem at length. Going from the left to the right. Let us discuss, up to here there is no error. Then if I say about, the part B doesn't go with part A, there is in part B. Let us discuss the problem at length. Let us is a correct usage because it's always let's. And let's is the short form of let us. I told you this while discussing pronouns. The pronoun that appears after let must be in the objective form. Us is an objective pronoun. Let him go, let him come, let me sit, let them play, etc. So let us discuss the problem at length. My father has ordered for a new book. Ordered for becomes an error with redundancy. There is in part C. My father has ordered a new book is the same as my father has asked for a new book. Ordered is a one-word substitute for asked for. So my father has ordered a new book is the same as my father has asked for a new book. Come next one. On a holiday, Ram prefers reading than going out visiting friends. On a holiday is a correct usage because holiday is a day. And the preposition that needs to be used with days is on. So on a holiday is a correct usage. On a holiday, Ram prefers reading than going out visiting friends. Prefer cannot be followed by than. Prefer will be followed by to. That is the error. The correct sentence must be on a holiday, Ram prefers reading to going out visiting friends. Now we got the answer. In this sentence, what is the part of speech of reading? Reading is what part of speech here? Noun or verb? To find out the noun, ask the question what? What Ram prefers reading? What Ram prefers? The answer is reading. So we are getting the answer to the question what as reading. So reading becomes a noun here. Reading is an ing word. Any ing word acting as a noun is called a gerund. So reading becomes a gerund. If reading is a noun, going must also be a noun. In fact, after the word prefer comes a noun. I prefer tea to coffee. Tea is a noun, coffee is also a noun. I prefer pen to a pencil. Pen is a noun, pencil is also a noun. I prefer an independent house to a flat. House is a noun, flat is a noun. So after the word prefer come nouns. So on a holiday, Ram prefers reading to going out visiting friends. I do not understand why he is so angry at me. I do not understand why he is so angry at me. Now, I do not understand is always do plus V1 plural. Do, does, did plus V1 plural. Do not understand, understand is V1 plural. So do plus V1 plural, completely fine. I do not understand why he is so angry at me. I told you this. We share our emotions or feelings with a person at something. Anger is an emotion. So angry at me, I am a person. We share emotions or feelings with a person at something. So angry at me is a wrong usage here. It must be angry with me. The error is in part B. I do not understand why he is so angry with me, full stop. This is not an interrogative sentence because it's not starting with a question word. It is not ending with a question mark. If it is not an interrogative sentence, as you know, the auxiliary verb must appear after the noun or pronoun. If it is not an interrogative sentence, the auxiliary verb must appear after the noun or pronoun. I do not understand why he is so angry with me. He is the pronoun here. Yes is the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb is coming after the pronoun. That concept is also completely fine. Now the whole sentence is grammatically correct. The next one. The father brought the sweets and distributed them between his 5 children. Between can be used only when there are 2 entities. Among can be used only when there are more than 2 entities. How many entities are talked about in this sentence? 5 entities. 5 children. So we cannot go for between. It must be among. That is the error. The error is in part C. The father brought the sweets and distributed them among his 5 children. Between his 2 children is correct. Among his 5 children. Rana Pratap was blind with 1 eye. The meaning of this sentence is Rana Pratap possesses an eye that is blind. Right? Rana Pratap possesses an eye that is blind. That is the meaning of the sentence. So this sentence talks about possession. Now as it talks about possession, the preposition that needs to be used is for. So Rana Pratap was blind with 1 eye is a wrong usage. It must be Rana Pratap was blind of 1 eye. Rana Pratap was blind in 1 eye is also correct. Rana Pratap was blind in 1 eye means 1 eye was blind. Or 1 eye is blind. Rana Pratap is blind of 1 eye means he possesses an eye that is blind. Well, a slight difference in meaning. Both are grammatically correct. It is 9:45 in my watch. It is 9:45, correct? Yes, destination. 9:45 means 15 minutes to 10. 10 is a destination here. And the preposition that is used with destination is to. So it is 9:45 in my watch. I told you, time cannot be in the watch or on the watch. Time will always be by the watch. Because watch is a medium by which time travels. And by is for the medium. So it is 9:45 by my watch. The error is in part B. Getting it? Come to the next one. I will dine with you on next Sunday. I will dine with you. With has a meaning like along with. Dine means eat. So I will dine with you means I will eat, you will also eat. Makes sense. So up to here is completely fine. I will dine with you on next Sunday. Now I told you, with years and months we use in. With days and dates we use on. Sunday is a day and with the days we use on. But in this sentence, the preposition on is not required because we already have a word to refer to Sunday. What is that? Next. We already have a word to refer to Sunday. So in this case, the preposition on is not required. I will dine with you next Sunday is completely fine. The error in the given sentence is in part B. Next one. He was honorably acquitted from the charge. Now I told you this. It's always accused of. accused of, charged with, right? Accused of, charged with. He was accused of a murder case. He was charged with a murder case. Acquitted. Acquitted means free of. Free of is termed as acquitted. Now acquitted and accused will be followed by the preposition of, right? Acquitted and accused will be followed by the preposition of. Free of. Charged will be followed by the preposition with. So it's accused of, acquitted of, charged with. Now come to this. He was honorably acquitted from the charge is wrong. He was honorably acquitted of the charge. There is in part B. He was honorably acquitted. Acquitted is a verb here. Was plus V3. Honorably acquitted in the sense, the word honorably describes acquitted. Acquitted is a verb. Any word that describes a verb is called an adverb. So honorably becomes an adverb. Getting it? The next one. They walked besides each other in silence. Now I told you every sentence must make sense. Besides means in addition to, other than, apart from, etc. Can they walk in addition to each other? No, does not make sense. Can they walk next to each other? Yes. I told you the difference between beside and besides. Beside means next to, nearby, adjacent to, extra, by side of. Besides means in addition to, apart from, other than, in support of, in addition to, as well as, etc. They cannot walk in addition to each other. They can walk next to each other. So in this sentence, it cannot be or should not be besides. It must be beside. They walked beside each other in silence. The next one. I was shocked to hear that his father died of an accident. I was shocked to hear that his father died of an accident. We have discussed it. People die of a disease. People die in an accident. It is die of a disease, die in an accident. People don't die of an accident. That is the error. It must be in an accident. I was shocked or I was surprised. I said we get shocked for a negative activity. We get surprised for a positive activity. Here his father died in an accident is something negative. So I was shocked is completely fine. I was shocked to hear that his father died in an accident. The next one. All the doctors were puzzled on the strange symptoms reported by the patient. Here reported to will not come. That is like I am reporting to you, he is reporting me, etc. This is reported by the patient. The patient reported to the doctor is correct. All the doctors were puzzled on the strange symptoms reported by the patient. Puzzled is a kind of feeling. Confused, surprised, shocked, confused. All these are feelings or emotions. So puzzled is a kind of feeling. As I said, we share emotions or feelings with a person at something. Puzzled is a kind of feeling. All the doctors were puzzled on the strange symptoms. Strange symptoms means something. We share emotions or feelings at something. So puzzled on the strange symptoms is wrong. It must be puzzled at the strange symptoms reported by the patient. The error is in part B. The next one. We went to Agra in the train to see the Taj Mahal last year. We went to Agra, correct? Yes. One reason is Agra is the destination. And the reason is I told you, it is go to. And went is a past tense of go. So go to, went to. Leave for, left is a past tense of leave. So leave for, left for. So we went to Agra is the same as we left for Agra. We left to Agra is wrong. It must be we left for Agra. We went to Agra in the train to see the Taj Mahal last year. Now, we went to Agra in the train. I told you, understand the meaning of the statement. The meaning of this statement is, train is a vehicle used by us to go to Agra. Train is a vehicle used by us to go to Agra. So train here becomes a means of transport. And for means of transport or medium of transport, the preposition that has to be used is by. That is the error. The error is in part B. We got the answer. Now, my question is, now we went there by a train is wrong. I told you this. We went to Agra by train or by the train. What we discussed in the topic articles, I told you how to identify whether a noun in a sentence is general or specific. If there is some information given regarding a noun in a sentence, that noun is taken as general. If there is no information given regarding a noun in a sentence, that noun is taken as specific. Sorry. If there is some information given regarding a noun, that noun is taken as specific. If there is no information given regarding a noun, that noun is taken as general. This is how to identify whether a noun in a sentence is general or specific. Now come to this. We went to Agra by dash train to see the Taj Mahal last year. Train is a noun. In this sentence, what is the information given regarding the noun train? To see the Taj Mahal is not the information given regarding train, right? Regarding the noun train. In this sentence, there is no information given regarding the noun train. So in this case, the noun train cannot be taken as specific. It must be taken as general. So the train is also a wrong usage. It must be by train. By a train is a wrong usage anyway. So we went to Agra by train to see the Taj Mahal last year. Why the Taj Mahal? Because it's a very unique entity. It's a unique entity. With unique entities, it's always the. So we went to Agra by train to see the Taj Mahal last year. The Taj Mahal is a unique entity. Come to next one. Sita parted with her mother with tears, but the journey to Delhi amused her. I told you about the phrases part from and part with. Part is a verb in fact. Part means separate from. Part from and part with are phrases. We part from a person, we part with something. That's what I told you. Sita parted with her mother. Her mother is a person. We part from a person. So in this case, part with is a wrong usage. Sita parted from her mother with tears. But is what indicator? Contrast indicator. Must always connect to contradicting ideas. A positive idea and a negative idea. The idea before but is Sita parted from her mother with tears. Negative. So but is a contrast indicator and the first idea is negative. So second idea must be positive. But the journey to Delhi amused her. Positive. So concept of contrast indicator is completely fine. The journey to Delhi, correct? Yes. Why? Delhi is the destination. If a destination is to. Journey to Delhi amused her. Now it is completely fine. Come to next one. He wants to resign his job because he is unable to cope up with the work pressure at the office. He wants to resign his job because he is unable to cope up with the work pressure at the office. Cope up with is a wrong usage. It is just cope with. And cope with means to adjust, manage, get along, etc. He wants to resign his job, but is unable to cope with the work pressure at the office. Resign is a verb. Because always 2 plus V1 plural, and 2 plus V1 plural is termed as infinitive. He is unable to cope with the work pressure at the office. What is the part of speech of work here? The work pressure. The work pressure means pressure becomes a noun because of the article the. Work pressure in the sense, the word work describes pressure. Pressure is a noun. Any word that describes a noun is called an adjective. So the word work becomes an adjective. Some more rules are there in this topic, in this sentence, based on other topics in fact. Because is a cause and effect indicator. Must connect a reason and a result. And it's always positive reason, positive result, negative reason, negative result. He wants to resign his job because he is unable to cope with the work pressure at the office. What is the reason here? He is unable to cope with the work pressure at the office is the reason here, negative reason. And if the reason is negative, the result must also be negative. The result here is he wants to resign his job, negative. So the concept of cause and effect indicators is completely fine, connecting a negative reason and negative result. Now the whole statement is grammatically correct. The next one. The power tariff had already been increased twice in the last 15 months, and the electricity board also levied additional monthly charges to customers. Levied additional monthly charges to customers. Levied means laid, right? Levied means laid. It's laid on. Levied additional monthly charges to customers is wrong. It must be levied additional monthly charges on customers. Levied, the exact meaning is like imposed. Imposed on, laid on. So levied additional monthly charges on consumers to consumers is wrong because always imposed on. Levied is same as imposed or laid. So power tariff had already been increased twice in the last 15 months, and the electricity board also levied additional monthly charges on consumers. There is in part. The next one. The angry boatsman threw the cracked oar in the river and returned home. Returned back home is wrong because of redundancy. Right? Oar means, the instrument used to row the boat. The angry boatsman threw the cracked oar in the river. Now once he throws the oar, it goes deep. Right? Once he throws the oar, it goes deep into the river. So the angry boatsman threw the cracked oar in the river is wrong. It must be into the river because once he throws, it goes deep. The angry boatsman, boatsman is a noun, angry becomes an adjective. Through the cracked oar is a noun because of the article the. Cracked oar in the sense, the word cracked describes oar, cracked becomes an adjective. Into the river and returned home. The next one. The house has been painted by a new brush. Understand the meaning of a sentence. The house has been painted by a new brush. The meaning of this sentence is a new brush is the instrument used to paint the house. And with instruments, which preposition with? The meaning of this statement is a new brush is the instrument used to paint the house, and with instruments we have to go for the preposition with. So by a new brush is wrong, it must be with a new brush. Now, if I say the house has been painted by me. The house has been painted by me means I have painted the house. Makes sense. The house has been painted by a new brush means a new brush has painted the house. A new brush will not go and paint the house. Does not make any sense. And as we are talking about instrument here, it must be with. The house has been painted with a new brush. The next one. The student answered to the question asked by the inspector of school. I told you this. I asked to you is wrong. I answered to you is wrong. Must be I asked you, I answered you. The student answered to the question asked by the inspector of school is a wrong usage. There is in part B. The student answered the question asked by the inspector of school. Got it?